Hello and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Aileen Senpai, and today we're going to be checking out Sleep Token's latest single, Damocles. It is the three that they have released for their upcoming album, Even in Arcadia. I know we've all been completely just taken aback by all of these very raw and emotional singles. It really feels like you're getting a deeper glimpse into their minds. And when we listened to Take Me Back to Eden, it felt like very groovy, felt so refreshing. But here, we're getting a little bit heartbroken, getting in our feels here and seeing a more vulnerable side that I feel like has been long overdue. If you've been in this space, if you were in the metalcore scene and you know anything about Sleep Token, you know all of the dramas with those very pretentious fans that can, get a little bit too comfortable with the fan base and forget that, these are real people. And, there's been doxing, harassment, and just it's almost baffling to me how you can't just leave these people alone. Just because you love their craft doesn't mean you own them. And I feel like that has been very apparent in the last single, Caramel, where you saw just a very more stripped down kind of almost fuck you to all of those people that are getting overstepping boundaries and forgetting, hey, we're people and we have feelings too. So I cannot wait to see what else we have in this upcoming album. It's coming out in about 2 weeks, May 9th. We're getting Even in Arcadia. And I know we're all just ready to have our hearts completely obliterated. So I'm excited for this one. I hope you are too. Go watch the original if you haven't seen it already. I recommend you watch that before watching this. But that being said, let's get started with today's video.
Well, I've been waking up under blades, blue blossom days. If only Damocles would hit me back.
Just realized I said that
No
wrong.
alabaster carvings or faces on a farthing would prevent my head from fading to black. And it feels like falling into the sea
Those keys are so beautiful.
from outer space in seconds to me. And I play discordant days on repeat until they look like harmony. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall?
Fuck.
What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten.
All right, we have a little to a lot to unpack here. I feel like all of us can kind of relate to this. I relate to this so fucking hard, and that line is that no one even knows that I have a problem. He said something along those lines, and that is so true. You think of Sleep Token like, wow, this whole rise to fame. They're so famous now. Everyone knows their name. They seem like they came out of nowhere, and then they just changed the whole freaking world and the whole metalcore space. And this whole time he's also dealing with all of this harassment, doxing, just literally they're all just literally just trying to be people and have a love and passion for music and put that out there, but at the same time want to be anonymous. And I love that for them, but then people overstep so many boundaries, and obviously they are still real people. And if you are a fan of metalcore, you might have a little depressy. I get that. It's not seasonal depression if it's every freaking day of the freaking year. So maybe I just have depression all the time. It just changes with the seasons. But I just feel like I relate to that so heavy. They're just like us. We all get sad. We all have some shit that we're dealing with, some traumas, overcoming anxieties, depression, all of that. We're people. It happens. They just happen to be really ultra famous and people want to know of them, but then forgetting to overstep those boundaries. It can be very incredibly parasocial. But I feel that's so hard because people always tell me, like, oh, yeah, there's no way you're depressed or anxious. I see you smiling on your live streams. I see you happy on, your YouTube videos. I'm like, that's the point. I'm not going to be on here crying all the time. You got to hide it and control it. And you hide behind a mask, and it's, just literally them mentally and physically hiding behind masks, and people forget that there's someone behind that mask. It's not just this, monkey that's gonna sing and dance for you whenever you go and buy concert tickets. They're real people as well. Anyway, sorry for the ramble. I just felt like that really hit me. I'm like, damn, this album is gonna be everyone's personality for the entire spring, summer, rest of 2025, and I'm here for it. But we're just gonna be here crying and jamming out, and I think that's such a beautiful thing. Anyways, I went back a little.
Not be forgotten.
The instrumental choices are already just
Well,
so.
I know I should be touring. I know these chords are boring, but I can't always be killing the game. No golden grand pianos or voices from the shadows will do anything but feel the same. And it feels like falling into the deep from somewhere way up over the peaks. And I play this chord and days on repeat until the tape runs out on me.
The way the piano is matching his
When the
harmony.
river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem.
Fucking
What if I
drums.
can't get up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten. Nobody told me I'd be begging for relief when what is silent to you feels like it's screaming to me. Well, nobody told
Fuck.
me I'd get tired of myself when it all looks like heaven, but it feels like hell. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are
Jesus
all
fucking
gone?
Christ.
And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten.
Oh, the high keys on the key. Oh. Jeez, fucking jump scare. I was about to cry, and it's always the very from software kind of glitch that knocked me out of it. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. We're all just crying and laughing and dancing and in our feelings right now. Like I said last time, we're all just crying in from software. It just, oh my god, the keys at the end, that was so gut wrenching. Obviously piano is so it invokes emotion. It's that in strings, and those higher keys, it almost feels like we're getting like this glimmer of hope, but also mixed with like a little bit of desperation and sadness. Kind of like we're trying to see the glass half empty. And it's just like I don't know how to explain it. It just whew, that was so gut wrenching, heartbreaking, all of the things. I'm just listening to these words, these lyrics, like fuck me, dude. Like yeah, this is speaking. I feel like we're listening to him, very vulnerable, putting it all out there. But it almost feels like for a lot of us, there's like a mirror in this song, in the lyrics. Like we're like seeing ourselves through this song. And it's so it makes you feel so connected to Sleep Token in a way that we you realize like, "Oh, my favorite artist, we're all the same, we're all fucking sad and trying to cover it up, put on this facade, put on a mask," them literally putting on masks and, going out there and performing to massive crowds, it's impossible to find tickets because everyone and their mother and their grandmother, their neighbor's dog, their mailman wants to see Sleep Token. And you think like, "Oh wow, they're rise to fame. They must have it all. They must be so happy." No, no, no. They're literally people. And it's just because you're famous or rose to fame and have all of the success doesn't make you immune of all of these things. If anything, it almost elevates it because now you're in the spotlight, mixing it in with some very parasocial fans as well that want to know everything about you, your address, your location, your family, literally everything while you're just trying to exist and make music and do what makes you happy might even make that even worse. Might not, not might. It is going to make it worse. It's so heartbreaking. It's so sad to see these people who just want to be passionate, put it all out there, be poetic, be creative, change the world with their sound, their music, their lyrics, and ends up this is what they get out of it. It's so sad to see, but I feel like with that mirror, we are all like, shit, I'm guilty of that. I act like I'm okay. I feel like I'm drowning. I can't see, the end. I feel like people say, oh, yeah, time will heal all wounds. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. And you think like all of that is just bullshit because when you're in those moments, when you're in those depths of depression, nothing seems like it's ever going to get better. So I feel like this mirror that they gave with us with this song is going to be so relatable. This album is going to be so healing, so cathartic for myself, for so many people who are also feeling all of these things. And also, it's going to help us get connected to them in a completely different way. Because, yeah, maybe I don't know what they look like, and I never will, and I never want to. I just going to appreciate, the artistry, the poetry that they give me, and that's always going to be enough for me, because it's giving you this wonderful gift of feeling connected, feeling validated, feeling like you're not alone. And also, you get to jam out and cry at the same time. You kind of get to dance through the pain like we experienced in the last song in Caramel. He's dealing with all of these things, but he's still going to try his best to get through it the best way that he knows possible. But wow, I feel like I'm rambling a lot and I'm probably not making any sense. I'm also so, so sorry. I feel like these last 3 singles have just obliterated my brain and yeah, anyways, if you haven't noticed, I'm in a new space. I also just went through a huge cross-country move. I went from California all the way to Pennsylvania, so new studio, also, anyways, yeah, I've been also very in my feels and stressed out, but listen, we have new Sleep Token coming out very soon, so we're all gonna cry through the pain, and dance a little and, get a little bit groovy and in our feels and get a little weird, but I hope you enjoyed this reaction. I hope you enjoyed this song. As always, if you have not seen the original, you should have watched that before this. I don't know what you're doing. Go watch the original. Go support the band. And if you do want to see more of me, I'll be back very soon. I just got all situated, but I'm going to be returning to my Twitch streams. Would love to talk about music, talk about this, talk about feelings, all of the things over on Twitch. So go check out my channel. But other than that, I'll be back tomorrow on the next reaction. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Remember, I love you so much, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.